that guy who literally takes food directly off the stove and puts it directly in the microwave. I like my food like steaming hot, just like I like my coffee. I will literally make a fresh brew coffee, pour it in the mug, and put it directly in the microwave. So if it doesn't burn my mouth, it doesn't pass the test. So what we have on the menu for meal one, we have 112 grams of ground beef, 97.3. We have 100 grams of jasmine white rice and 50 grams of asparagus, topped with 7 grams of butter. And then to control the sodium intake, we have 2 salt packets. So this has been an absolute game changer and something new ever since I started working with Cameron. So, and then we also have 6 ounces of water. So it's safe to say water's going down, protein's going down, and carbs are slowly starting to go up. So just some overall, focuses from these morning photos. Right now we're sitting roughly 1.5 pounds or so above where we want to be stage weight wise, and it is 100% all water. So right now, fullness, conditioning through certain parts of the muscle groups are right where we need it to be. So we just want to see a little bit tighter and a little bit more detail coming through the midsection. So we're going to let some of the water naturally flush its way out by also controlling the water today, controlling more of the sodium today, and keeping carbs a little bit lower as well. So throughout the day, the main focus is actually seeing the number on the scale stay closer to what my fasted weight was this morning. So it's a crazy scientific, overly probably explained thought process, but I think it's pretty damn cool on when your body gets this sensitive close to a show on the minute details that control, certain variables in order to bring out a certain look. But I'm gonna relax, take this meal down, and then focus on some client work after this.
Leave me washed out, not a bad thing. Need a self-drought, then a new spring. Far from the shore, far from old me. Parted my core, like the Red Sea. I've been beat down, questioned, been ashamed. I've been trying to change myself, my name.
If it's not broke, don't fix it. 112 grams of ground beef, 85 grams of jasmine rice, and then 7 grams of butter, 50 grams of asparagus. Again, yesterday we hit me a little bit harder with food closer to the end of the day, so we can taper off just a little bit more while keeping fullness. Every single check-in that I sent so far to my coach, fullness is still optimal, conditioning is still on point. We just, again, still have a little bit of water to flush throughout the day, but right now we're keeping everything controlled, detailed, and honestly, just simplified. A lot of times people think in peak week all this crazy magic has to happen, when in reality, if you keep things controlled, right, you don't have to throw in outside foods and all this craziness. You can a lot of times just keep it simple and just ride the momentum into the show. And that's what we're doing. You gotta be kidding me. I literally just needed them to do nothing stupid, and they did something fucking stupid.
Let's ride. Let's go.
Weighing 223.6. So the goal of today is to flush water while slowly increasing carbs. The bulk of our fill-up happened yesterday. Woke up this morning the fullest I've been, and consistently been holding that fullness throughout the day, which I'm excited about. And now it's a different approach than what I'm used to, because I'm so used to feeding more and more closer and closer to the show, right? The traditional way. But there's a thing about being young in this sport, right? You got to try to find what works best. And again, that's what we're doing. We have a new coach, we have a new eye, and with that, we get new opportunities to try different things to see what my body best responds to. And so far, it's been working. So the goal is to stay as close to the morning weight as possible. So right now, going into meal 3, we're just under 1 pound above our previous morning weight. So right now, it seems like things are working according to plan, getting the water out, again, making sure the fullness stays evident with check-in photos every single meal. And again, just trying to let all of it come together. It's weird. This is the part as an athlete you know, we can get into here, especially when you look at the number on the scale. But I'm just trying my best, man. I know I did everything I needed to cross all of my T's, dot all of my I's, cross all of my boxes, and now I just put it in his hands and my coach's. All right, guys, so I would not be one day out if I was not running late to my tan. So we have to crush this meal. And this consists of 140 grams of beef, 95 grams of white rice, 50 grams of asparagus, 15 grams of butter, 2 salt packets, and 6 ounces of water. We're gonna take this down, rush out the door, and get ready, get this war paint on, man. It is crazy to think that we are going to battle again. Show number 4, less than 12 hours out, and your boy is ready. The last set of photos, you know what? Let me give him a little sneak from a distance. Last set of photos sent over to the coach. So far, you know, we're pretty happy. So I was only 0.2 pounds above my meal 2 weight. So again, meal 3 going down, and it's almost go time. Again, and he was like, "Is this what you usually are?" I was like, "I thought I was like 6'1". He was like, "Oh no, you're at least 6'2".
But you know that shit was way off. Like, what the fuck?
Bro, I literally had the guy, I got it on video too. I had the guy re-hype me in because there was no way I thought I was 6'2". And he was like, "Yeah, you're gonna be over 240 on stage, or you can be with the new weight cap."
Fucking dumbasses.
From somebody who's been eating chicken nonstop throughout this entire prep, the one thing I love about working with my new coach is he's a big fan of ground beef. So I can finally have ground beef back into my plan, and I'm not complaining because so far every single meal today has been ground beef. So we have 112 grams of ground beef, 120 grams of jasmine white rice, and 50 grams of asparagus. Now, asparagus is almost like a natural diuretic. It helps flushes. So again, helping get some of the water out, and 2 salt packets, 4 ounces of water. So again, keeping things very simple, not adding in any crazy variables, and just controlling what we can control. You know, one thing I will say that's different about this peak compared to San Diego's peak is my coach, he's not even in the same country, let alone here. He is actually coaching Blessing Olotobu into the Italy Pro. So I got to be really smart with timing, with check-ins, communication, and it's a challenge that we knew that we would have to face, but so far it has been a breath of fresh air, and just simply because we are all doing what we need to do, being on point, and it's this, again, allowing for an efficient process. Now, some things never change, even though we are eating ground beef compared to chicken, and when you have a wife who eats everything and anything, you suffer 24/7.
There's some things I regret, I'm to blame.
Final meal of the day. Again, keeping it consistent, we have 140 grams of jasmine white rice and 140 grams of ground beef, 15 grams of butter. And that is going to cap off all of the macros for the day, including 6 ounces of water. Now, the numbers that you're about to hear might confuse you, because typically when you hear of a carb load, you think of what? A lot of carbs. But you have to understand, there's no one-size-fits-all approach in bodybuilding. Like I said, if the target moves, then you have to adjust and do what you can do in order to nail it. And so far, with every progression that we've seen from the morning to where we are now, we have nailed this look. So there hasn't been a need to change anything drastically. And again, tomorrow, I'll wake up not 100% ready. But by stage time, I will be. So every meal counts at this point, and that's our approach. So with that being said, our total protein for the day, 146 grams. Our total fats for the day, 86 grams. And our carbs, 167 grams of carbs in total the night before the show. Like I said, there is no one-size-fits-all approach when it comes to this. But I'm excited. I'm confident that we have put together a package that is going to demand a look tomorrow. And God willing, punch the ticket to the Olympia. And if not, we roll with the punches. We collect the data and we move forward to the next one, if there is a next one. But one piece of advice I want to give to everybody out there. When it comes to carb loading, when it comes to eating more food, your goal should be to get the job done with the least amount of volume in. So if you don't need to carb load with 600 grams, then don't do it. Your body will absorb what it absorbs and maximize what it maximizes. Otherwise, you might just spill over. You might just not have the look that you need in order to be the best version of yourself that day, right? There is a traditional way of doing things, but sometimes there is a way that you can do things that is best specific for your body. So listen to your body, learn your body, collect data after show after show. And again, that's how you're going to become the best version of yourself as a bodybuilder. Not just following trends, but taking time to learn your body's trend. And that's what we did today. So it's a little bit untraditional. It's definitely different, but so far it's been working. And if it's not broke, we're not going to fix it. So again, as always, I appreciate the love on these videos, guys. We just crossed the 10K milestone. We are on our way to 20K subs. We are on our way, baby. And cheers to more ground beef and rice. And cheers to the future of this channel. And as always, guys, I love and I appreciate the hell out of you guys. Until the next one. You know what? Now I think about it, I'll see you guys in a minute.
Chicken with the tempura flakes on top, and then we have them on a roll.
Can we just take a minute to appreciate the pure beauty that we are looking at right now? If your girl's a snack, mine's a full plate. All right, guys, it has been way too long as I can say these words, but your boy is finally about to dive in. I have not had sushi in 5 months, almost 5 months, but now it's time to change that. So we have an array of rolls. Like, my mind was all over the place when looking at the menu, so it was hard just to pick 1 or 2 options. So we basically had the waiter tell us what their favorite options were, and now it's here. So we're gonna dive in. This has been long overdue. We have been dieting now for 8 months. So now we're gonna relax, take some of the mental constraints off, and just simply enjoy a nice date night with my beautiful wife, because it's safe to say that I have been neglecting those, but it's time to put the camera away. But as always, guys, I love you, I appreciate you. I'll see you in the next video, and I'll see you probably about 5 pounds up, so see you later.
Drown in the open sea, I feel the waves crash.